Hello friends, how are you today? Are you feeling tired? Oh, are you feeling happy? See that big smile? Is that what's on your face today? Are you feeling angry? Did somebody take your toy and you're feeling mad? Or are you feeling sad? Did you wake up and feel a little bit sad today? See, this girl's sad. We can tell she's sad because she's crying and she has a frown on her face. What are you feeling today? Miss Ree's feeling a little bit tired and a little bit happy. I'm happy because we have a new student in our class. This is our new student's name. His name is Adrian. His name begins with the letter A, which is the first letter of the alphabet. Adrian. Acorn. Just like acorn. Adrian, acorn. Let's say welcome. Welcome to our class, Adrian. It's nice to have you. Okay, friends, let's sing our good morning song. Good morning, Nyana. Good morning, Nyana. Good morning, Nyana. So glad you're watching school. Woo! Good morning, Reynard. Good morning, Reynard. Good morning, Reynard. So glad you're watching school. Woo! Good morning, Adrian. Good morning, Adrian. Good morning, Adrian. So glad you're watching school. Woo! Good morning, Damien. Good morning, Damien. Good morning, Damien. So glad you're watching school. Woo! Good morning, Zanaya. Good morning, Zanaya. Good morning, Zanaya. So glad you're watching school. Woo! Good morning, Dominic. Good morning, Dominic. Good morning, Dominic. So glad you're watching school. Woo! So lovely that you all came to watch school today. I'm so excited. I have so many things to talk to you about. The first thing I wanted to talk to you about is about our schedule. When you guys start coming to school, we're going to follow a schedule. And we're already doing some of those things in our schedule. So I want to show you what we have been doing. The first thing on our schedule that we've been doing is our greeting time. And this is our message board. Like right here, this is our message board. So when Miss Ree and Miss Connie send you these videos where we talk to you about your ABCs and your colors and your shapes, that's called our greeting time. And we do our message board during our greeting time. Another thing that we do during our schedule is read aloud time. See, this is the teacher, Miss Ree or Miss Connie. We're reading the book, and this is you, our friends and our students. When we send you videos reading a book, that's our read aloud time. We also do small group time at school. When we do our Zoom calls, when you do your Zoom call with your teacher, like Miss Rita Zoom calls with Nyana, Dominic, Zanaya, and Callie, and Miss Connie does Zoom calls with Damien, Renard, and Adrian, that's our small group time. We also do large group time. And that's when we do our Zoom call with our friends in our class. When we have a bunch of people, that's called our large group time. And that's like when we made Play-Doh a couple weeks ago. And next week we're going to have another large group time where we paint the snow. So I'm going to put these things on our schedule right here so you guys can see it. And then when we're doing those things, I can show you what we're doing. And that way when you come to school, you'll know exactly what we're doing. There we go. So there's our greeting time, which is what we're doing right now. We have our read aloud time when Miss Ree and Miss Connie read you books. We have our small group time when we get together for our Zoom calls. And we have our large group time when all of us get together for our Zoom calls as a group. Okay, friends, let's talk about our ABCs. That's what we've been learning about. Who can tell me what this letter is? I'll give you a hint. It makes the sound, like apple. Who knows what letter that is? If you said it's the letter A, you're right. Good job. Let's see, what's another letter we've been talking about? Oh, who knows what this is? It makes the B sound. I'll give you another hint. It's like a bluebird. If you said the letter B, you're right. Good job, my friends. Here's another letter that Miss Connie told you about last week. Who knows what that is? It makes the k sound. And look, it's at the beginning of the word cat. If you said the letter C, you're such a great student. This is the letter we're going to be talking about today. This letter makes the D sound, like dolphin. This letter is called the letter D. The D says D. The D says D. Every letter makes a sound. The D says D. Let's see. Can you find anything around your house that begins with the letter D? D. When Miss Ree looked around her house, she found some things that began with the letter D. Let's take a look. The first thing I found that begins with the letter D is this doll. See this beautiful doll? Doll, D, begins with the letter D. Doll. What else did Miss Ree find? Let's take a look. Oh no! What's this? That's a dinosaur! This dinosaur is called a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Dinosaur begins with the letter D. What's your favorite dinosaur? Let's take a look at something else that Miss Ree found. This is something very fun. You can play games with this. This is called a dice. You roll the dice, and look, dice has dots. When you roll the dice and you see how many dots there are, that's how you play the game. Let's count how many dots are on this dice. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good counting, friends. D is for dice. All right, let's take a look at our board. We're going to see how to write the letter D. Actually, the letter C and the letter D, because I didn't show you last week how to write the letter C. So let's do C first. Get out your pencil and your paper and follow along with Miss Ree. The first thing we're going to draw is C. C. The C says K. The C says K. Every letter makes a sound. The C says K. The C is kind of an easy letter to make because it's almost like you're going to make a circle. So you start here and you go around, round, round, and you stop. That's the big letter C. And here's the small letter C. It's exactly the same as the big letter C, only it's a little bit smaller. What's another thing that begins with the letter C that I can draw to show you? How about cat? So I'm going to draw a kitty cat next to our C. There's his eyes and his nose and his mouth and his whiskers and his ears. C is for cat. And now let's do the letter D. Duh, duh, D. The D says duh. The D says duh. Every letter makes a sound. The D says duh. Okay, so here we go. A D is a long line with a big circle, half circle. And then the little d is another long line with a smaller half circle. Duh, duh, D. What's something that I could draw with the letter D? Well, we got a cat here. Why don't we make a duh, duh, dog? So here's his head. Here's his cheeks. Let's see, here's his nose. Here's his mouth. Here's his whiskers. Here's his eyes. And here's his big, floppy dog ears. Let's put a collar on him. There's his collar. So here's the letter C, K for cat, and the letter D, D for dog. Okay, friends, well, that's our lesson for the day. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and look around your house for things that begin with the letter D, D, D. And I'll see you in a couple days. Bye.